Welcome to the Emotional Balance Sheet, the go-to podcast for parents with multiple kids, especially those with twins, triplets, or more, who are navigating the maze of modern family life and personal finance. Whether you're overwhelmed by education or retirement planning, parenting dilemmas, career transitions, or trying to define your purpose and plan, we're here to guide you with empathy, encouragement, and expertise. Hosted by Paul Fenner, founder of Tama Capital, a certified financial planner and parent to 4 kids, including a set of triplets. Our podcast is your ally in the quest for financial peace of mind, proving that money matters, but family comes first. Subscribe now and join our community of empowered parents at tamacapital.com. This podcast is for informational purposes only and should not be relied upon for investment decisions. Clients of Tama may retain positions in the securities discussed in this podcast.
What does comprehensive financial planning even mean? At Tama Capital, it means a family office where lifestyle planning such as retirement, college, portfolio management, and tax prep and planning are all under one umbrella. But it goes beyond numbers. We focus as much on the emotional side of financial planning as we do on the financial side. We get you. We understand your challenges of building a family, business or career, and a healthy life. We are devoted to wealth planning for families like yours because we are you. Learn how our family can help your family by visiting tamacapital.com. Hi, and welcome back. I think as I've gotten older, I see more and more overlap between what I do as a parent and what I do as a wealth advisor. And let me give you an example. Let me start with the parenting side and the kids first, because kids can certainly create their own share of challenges and opportunities. And I'm often reminded of this as I now have teenage triplets and a teenage plus one that I'm helping to try to guide through this life of ours. But I think what I'm finding, even as frustrating as it can be to be a parent at times, and all of you parents out there that are listening and watching this can certainly probably understand and relate, I think there's this certain element of hope that keeps bringing us back to the plate for at-bats, if you will. And so when I'm constantly surrounded by noise, sometimes no matter what's going on with my kids, they're actually a calming influence, even when things are going haywire. And I think I see this a lot when I'm with my daughter, Madison, who's my competitive swimmer. And we're at these meets, weekend and weekend out. And there's all these parents. And if you've ever been in a pool, it's pretty hot, it's humid, and it can be a long day and try your patience for sure. But there's this camaraderie amongst the parents there. We're all there for our kids. We're all there to try to support our kids. It's a really interesting community of new friends and new families I met. And what I see what I experience, at least, the overlap of what I do as a financial advisor is the noise element. There's no shortage of things going on right now that make us really question, am I doing the right things with our money, with our financial situation? The government's currently shut down. I think we're going into week 4. There's constant political and geopolitical turmoil. There's still tariffs going on. There's unemployment is finally getting a lot of attention because it's slowing down. And what's AI going to do with my job? And inflation is still feels very rampant, still feels very high, even though most of the data says, hey, things are coming. The price of things are slowing down. They're not as great as they were 2 years ago, but I think we're still anchored to those things. And so my point is, there's no shortage of noise in your financial life, and there's no shortage of noise in your personal life either. But as I come back to having spent part of the weekend at another swim meet event, the joy that I see in my daughter's eyes when she's competing at a high level and competing well, there's nothing like it. There's also nothing like it when she's not swimming well and she's having a difficult time and trying to be there as a voice of reason. Again, there's a very similar aspect to what I do as a financial advisor and trying to be that calming influence in families' biggest time of need, biggest life transitions they're going through. And so I just encourage all of us to maybe, like always, take a step back and be aware of our surroundings and how to be able to, as I told Dr. Jennifer Dragonette, who's our resident therapist on our show, trying to make lemonade out of lemons and having that awareness that, yeah, things are tough right now, but things eventually will work themselves out. And this idea of time traveling that I picked up from my friend Hal Hirschfeld, who literally wrote the book, Your Future Self, and thinking about where you were 5 years ago, 10 years ago. Would you switch places with that person knowing what you know today? Now that you've made it to the end of another great conversation, are you looking for more? If so, head over to tamacapital.com, where you will find all of our conversations. Use the search feature to find the topic or guest you would love to learn more about. Also, don't forget to make someone else's day by sharing our show. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time.